Well, hello there, lovelies. It's Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, where we carry the largest selection of wood flowers in the United States. And you might have noticed, these are not wood flowers. Nope. Nope, they're not. We've got a fun tutorial coming up for you guys. Let's see if it works. I think it will. But it's going to be one of those go with the flow and let's have a little chat, shall we, while we create. Let's jump into it. Oh my goodness, how vague could a girl be in an intro? Really vague, apparently. So today's tutorial is going to be a ton of fun. I'm just kind of rearranging some stuff. So yes, I did pull some flowers out of my garden. My irises are becoming in full bloom, and I have a whole bunch of different ones that come up at different times. I could chat about this stuff all day long. But anyway, I never really actually do any arrangements with them. I now know why. If you love the smell of irises, I love that for you. I don't really actually like the smell of them all that much. They're just so pretty in the gardens, but I really did want to bring some in for an arrangement too. But when it comes to fresh flowers, now a lot of them are still in full bloom. I have some that are actually kind of wilted or at like their end stage, which I love just as much, and I'll explain in a minute why. But I also thought, well, while all of these flowers are going to start to fade, we can put in some wood flowers of either flowers that right now are not in season or that I don't have in my garden, like, I don't know, ranunculus. I don't have any ranunculus. Would I love ranunculus? Absolutely would love ranunculus, but I have the second best thing, which is, and maybe it's the first best thing, because they're not going to fade at all, is the wood flowers. We are going to make an arrangement, free-flowing. I am not a floral arranger, believe it or not, at least not trained. I just go with the flow. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use some fresh flowers, and then we're gonna throw in some of the wood flowers as well, and just kind of hang out and chat and all that good jazz. So I hope that sounds fun. Buckle up, buttercups. We're gonna jump into it, get some water, get some good music if you want, because I don't know if I'm gonna be talking a bunch in this, but maybe I will. Who knows? We'll find out as we get into it. So let's get into it. Like I just said, shall we? Yep. All right. Supplies coming at you in 3, 2, 1. Well, we've talked about the flowers kind of, but supplies, whatever flowers that you want. I've got some of my like wildflower kind of flowers in here for some fun texture. We've got some allium, big purple balls. That's what we've got. And some daisies. I do have some columbine. Some of them are still in like their best shape, and others are starting to kind of fade away, but I really wanted to still get a chance to like kind of honor them a little bit and have them in an arrangement. So we're gonna see what happens with this flow, because the vase that I was really drawn to playing with is this kind of low setting kind of concrete vase. So what we're gonna do is, I've already put some water in here. We're going to use I guess you would call this like a flower frog, would be the best way to describe it, but I made this out of chicken wire. So two things. I think I could have made this arrangement free-flowing without any kind of structure and just slid my wood flowers in at the end, but I wanted to give it a little bit of structure, and that's what this is gonna do. So just a little bit of chicken wire, kind of brought into like a little ball. We're going to put it right into the lovely vase, like so. You can't even see it. Ish. I'm gonna squish it down a little bit. There we go. So we've got that in there, and now the only other thing to show you is going to be the wood flowers we're gonna add at the end. So I said ranunculus, right? So yep, there's gonna be some ranunculus. These are, I believe, the mature dahlias. And those were dyed in one of our most recent, I think it's the blooming succulents, maybe? Don't quote me on that, but in one of the dyed sets, it's in there. And then I grabbed some of our new flowers as well that we had just dyed recently. Actually, I think the tutorial before this. So if you want to learn about those lovely flowers, check out that tutorial after this one. Okay. That's everything for right now. I'm going to kind of talk my process through probably for a little bit, at least of like the creating of the shape. And then we may just kind of go with the flow, let the music do its thing, and just enjoy the process. But we'll see. Ready? Let's go. Okay, so the one flower for sure that I feel like of my they're fine. Ignore that. Okay, so starting with this particular iris, I really love the flow of it. And it was on the stem, it was like coming full down. So I kind of want to let that kind of be our anchor to show kind of where the flow of this piece is going to go. That's the best way to describe it for me. And then I have another little one over here we'll kind of end the piece with. And for right now, because of the, yeah, it's a good thing that we did the chicken wire, but because of the chicken wire in there right now, we're gonna have to fill this in a little bit before it gives some weight, before it doesn't like start drooping in different directions. So I'm going to just continue to play around with the shape the flowers gave me and where we want them to live. Let's see, do we like that? I'm also doing this backwards, so just for extra added fun and bonus. Not sure yet. There we go. Okay, now we just got to get the rest of the flowers in there to weigh it down a little bit. Do I have my flower clippers? No. Am I using my wire clippers? Yes. Is that going to cause a problem? I don't know. Maybe. It's not as clean of a cut, so maybe. Ooh, ha ha ha! Bonus. Sorry, I get very excited when that happens. I don't know if we're gonna like that big guy right there in the front. I feel like he steals a lot of the show. Maybe we... I feel like I want like a lot of like breathing room, maybe up. I just realized too that's so tall that you can't even see it on the. Now these lovely guys, no idea what they are. Little motorcycle again. But I did not clean off a lot of their stem like I should have, so I'm doing that now. But we're gonna make those go a little bit lower into, I'm gonna consider these more as like my filler guys. Could we have put them in first? Probably. Was I gonna do that though? No, of course not. Why would I do that first? I wanna play with the irises first. I might have to run over to my gardens to grab more of this one in particular. I think it's really fun and just adds a little bit like of that airiness that I'm looking for. Sorry, I have no idea what they're called though. I threw in a wildflower spring mix or wildflower mix randomly throughout last year and in the fall just to see what would come out, and these came, so I don't know what they are, but I think I'm in love, whoever they are. Nice to meet you. I know, me, in love with a blue flower. Who would have thought it? Not me 7 years ago. Me 24 hours ago? Totally would believe that. Okay. And I just have a bunch of other like little filler guys. I'm just gonna slide those in, filling up some space, playing around, just being aware of my different shapes though. And some of these flowers, I have honestly no freaking clue if they even do well in water. You know, some flowers just don't. Some flowers are meant to just kind of hang out and stay in the ground, and that's where they're the happiest. And I love that for them. But there's also some that I'm like, I need to have you in an arrangement ASAP, one way or another. I'm gonna get you into this arrangement. So that's what's going on. Like these lovely columbine. Oh, I'm so sad because, like I said, we're close to the end of their time. And I think it's also really fun to celebrate some of those flowers that aren't at like their peak freshness, so to speak, and they're starting to kind of fade, just to give them a little, give them their flowers, so to speak. Let them shine too and enjoy that. I mean, we get to see it from start to finish. Someone said that recently to me, and it really did hit in a way I wasn't expecting. That we have the privilege enough to be able to watch a flower go from seed to coming out of the ground to bursting with color, and then letting it, you know, have its final moments and say goodbye. It's until next year. And then next year will never be exactly the same as it was this year, which is also pretty dang spectacular. So get another couple little columbines in there, little pops of orange, just for a little added interest of color. We're of course going to add daisies, because how could you not? I also don't know, oh, one more columbine. Let's get this one in there first. I have some other flowers that I think might technically be like weeds, maybe, that people call them weeds, or don't really like to have them spreading around in their gardens, and I welcome them. I got really excited. So we're gonna put some of those in there too. We'll talk about them in a minute. Little teeny. So I said I didn't have ranunculus, but I lied. I do. But they're like mini ranunculus. They're not the big flashy showy ones. So I don't know, I feel like I'm doing show and tell right now. Like, look at what came in my garden this week. You guys enjoy these. I can keep doing these too. And we'll put some wood flowers in with the lovely flowers from the gardens, but if you're not interested in that too, just let me know. It's okay. It won't hurt my feelings. I'll just do it off camera. Okay, there's that. All right. So here are, oh, I've got one more of the little ranunculus. So here's the flower. You guys can tell me in the comments, is this an invasive weed that people don't like? I've never had it in my gardens. It just popped up this year in multiple different spots. And I'm, like I said, not mad about it. I think it's kind of a fun one, but maybe I'm misunderstanding. Maybe there's something I don't know about this. Oh, and then I'm gonna have these too. These I haven't fully dried yet. Obviously these just grew, but I'm like, oh, I cannot wait. I'm gonna be drying a bunch of these for arrangements for the fall and winter probably. Hold on. I'm coming around to your side as I'm literally grading from the back. Oh, that's fun. Good job, Stephanie. All right. I've definitely got that kind of whimsical vibe I was going for. Like, some daisies, which are one of my favorites. I have them all over too. And they're lovely because when you cut them, they come back. So you can get multiple rounds of, some of these flowers, once you cut them, they don't come back, but there's others that do. So you get 2 rounds at least, if not more. So take advantage of that too. No long stem, no more. There you go. Okay, base is done. Now we're gonna add in the wood flowers. Okay, we have reached progress point, the progress point of putting in our wood flowers. Look at, oh my gosh. Ah, it's gonna be so pretty. I might not even do the ranunculus. Yes, I will. No, yes. We'll see. Wait a minute, I'm not sure. Okay, so I know the biggest, oh yes, I know the biggest question I'm going to get asked, and this gets asked whenever I mix the wood flowers with fresh flowers is, can you do that? Yeah, you can. The only thing to kind of note is when we're adding the wood flowers, I'm putting them on a metal wire. So that's going to go into the water. So it is gonna, you don't wanna let it sit there, you know, long term. And because we're using a egg, like a chicken wire egg, that's going to help hold the shape, and then we can take out all of the flowers that have since then passed their peakness, and you still have all of the wood flowers that you can take out, clean off the stem, and you're good to go to use them for something else. So yes, you can do that. Or you can also put flowers in an arrangement like, say, baby's breath that you know is going to fade after some time. And with that, I want to pull this one. There we go. With that, you can let it dry naturally with your arrangement over time. Okay, those are just absolutely lovely with those. So we're gonna bury a couple of the ranunculus in there. Okay. I think we're only gonna do, we'll do triangles or groups of 3 for the rest of us. And then we've got just the last 2, or last 3, I should say, of the mature dahlias. We'll add those in there. I feel like right here is like a little spot that we can kind of, I'm gonna nestle it in the background and less in the front of the flowers. These kind of give me that look of the columbines a little bit too, so that's fun. And that one just a little bit shorter. As I stab a flower, it's all right. They're resilient. Okay, so we've got those 2 over there. We'll do one more over on this side. Well, there you have it, lovelies. The fresh slash not so fresh flower arrangement. Where is this going? I don't know. But yes, you can take wood flowers and add them into fresh flowers. I'll be doing this all season long as my garden changes. I'm very excited about it. Again, if you guys enjoyed this kind of tutorial, please let me know down below and I will make sure to do a couple more of them this year. And if not, that's all right. I'm still gonna do it. I just won't film it. No biggie. So if you enjoyed that, let me know. Also, what is your favorite flower that's in bloom right now as you are watching this? So that answer can change anytime you're watching this. Right now, we are in full, for here, iris, like we're past daffodils and tulips. Those are all done. The peonies are getting ready. They're not quite here yet. So I think it would be the irises, probably, that are the stars right now, but those columbine too, man, they sure are pretty. All right, you guys, I hope you love this tutorial. If you would like, and you haven't yet, why don't you subscribe to the channel? We post once a week, typically on Wednesdays. And if you do subscribe, make sure to ring that bell so you're notified every time a new video goes up. Also, would you like to you want to try the wood flowers with some fresh flowers? You want to try the wood flowers just to try the wood flowers? Ah, I've got something for you. That was the weirdest noise that came out of my mouth. What just happened? You guys, so weird. Anyway, use the code YouTube30 to get 30% off one regular priced order. That includes the wood flowers, craft supplies, greenery, all the stuff over on the shop. As long as it's regular priced, that code will work for you one time only. All right, you guys, I hope you have an amazing day whenever you are watching this. My goodness. Also, go stare at Iris's petals if you ever get a chance. The translucence and then the shimmer and the magic, they look wet, but they're not. Pure magic. So go check those out if you ever get a chance. Like, really look at an iris. I'm about to go do that for like an hour. This is so weird. Okay, you guys, I will talk to you guys next week for another tutorial. I'm Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, you my friends. Absolutely lovely. Bye guys.